Good day, everyone, and welcome to Journey of the Anointed with me, Mr. Buzz. Bit of a sad topic for me, this one is. Going to talk about all the music that I had to stop listening to. So, I was always kind of aware that, bands like Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, that they're demonic, really. The musicians in those bands, I believe many of them sold their souls to the devil, for real. That's a real thing. That's not a myth. It's not a legend. It's not just, the legend Robert Johnson went down to the crossroads. He really did go down to the crossroads and do that. When he sings about that in his songs, he's telling you a true tale. So I was always kind of aware. I don't know what was wrong with me, why I didn't boycott that music a long time ago. Continued to listen to it. I even gave my son the middle name Adrian after Adrian Smith of Iron Maiden. The two guitar players in that band molded me as a guitarist. Other people too, but they were a big influence over me. That's how I learned how to weave two guitar lines, the harmony guitars and stuff. That's why it's always, you'll hear that in my music. It's because of those two. So they were very important to me. I got to see them live, which was what an amazing experience to watch those two. These dueling guitar lines, man, oh man, just never seen anything like it in my life. It's skill beyond anything I can describe. If you're a guitarist, it's as good as it gets, watching those two. Dave Murray and Adrian Smith, two of the finest guitar players out there, no question. Steve Harris as well, the bass player. Man, his fingers just non-stop, just giving her for the whole 2 hours he's on stage. He never misses a beat, and his fingers must be made of steel. Or they all sold their souls to the devil, and that's where they got their skill. That's what I believe to be the case. In the case of Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath, many others. So I got to a point where I was getting closer to Christ, closer with God in general, and I knew this was something that was going to be a problem. And it was, for sure. Now, I get a lot of argument from people on this one. It's like, well, but I don't worship the devil, I just like the music. Well, enjoying the music and filling the space around you with that music is promoting the demonic. It just is. You buy one of their albums, you bring it into your home, the artwork, it's demons. That is complete demons, fallen angels, the evil kingdom, the kingdom of darkness. That's what it depicts. It doesn't. You're not going to buy an Iron Maiden album and see angels or anything beautiful. You're going to buy an Iron Maiden album and you're going to see demonic images all over it. Okay, with this evil, sly smiles on the creatures. Their mascot, Eddie. Any more questions? I mean, completely demonic. Completely. So if you're serious about walking with the Lord, you really have to put that stuff away. It's between you and the Lord. It's not up to me to tell anybody what to do. But I've already been through this with the Lord, and He understood it was painful for me to stop listening to that because, I'm a music lover. I've always loved music since I was born. And Iron Maiden was one of my absolute favorite bands because of the extreme guitar skill. Okay, extreme guitar skill. If you want to model yourself after some guitar players, those two are just phenomenal. But what are they doing? They're promoting the devil. They're agents of the devil. The whole band are agents of the devil. And they're just one band of many. Can you listen to them without promoting the demonic? I don't think so. I don't see how you could. Don't see how you could. They have those. They have all the gear on them, like what they wear for, fashion. That says, "I've sold my soul to the devil." There's something about the crosses they wear. I forget what it is, but there's something. They're not. It's not like wearing a cross depicting Christ or something like that. It's demonic. They have them on their like Yngwie Malmsteen has them hanging down off his wrists. That's depicting something very evil and dark. That's not depicting anything to do with Jesus Christ. Not at all. And pretty much we know the whole music industry is totally compromised. It's owned by the kingdom of darkness. There's some bands that don't go for it, and they don't last. That's why you get bands that look like they're going somewhere, and then all of a sudden they fall apart. That's because they refuse to sell their souls to the devil. They said no. Therefore, they will not get anywhere with that record label they're with that producer they're with that promoter they're with. They're going to have to find their own way to make it. Okay? And the ones who are real followers of Christ, they will. Look at Dave Mustaine from Megadeth. He went from completely demonic metal musician to he had the experience with Jesus Christ and goes around telling everybody all about it now, and he's promoting the gospel. He's changed completely. He saw the darkness. He knows what's there. He changed course and went the other way. So, I'm not trying to be one of these preachers and, preach to you and say, shake my finger and you can't do this, you can't do this. But if you're serious about following Jesus, well, AC/DC stands for Antichrist Devil's Child. It does. That's what it stands for. Does that sound like, let's put on some Antichrist Devil's Child and then we'll go to church afterwards, right, and worship Jesus? There's something wrong with that whole picture. Do I enjoy the music? Of course I do. I grew up with it. I don't anymore. I can't. I've decided my relationship with Christ is way more important than banging my head to, Back in Black, and just listen to the lyrics. AC/DC lyrics, if they're not about drugs and drinking, they're about sex. They're about promiscuity. They're about really disgusting things, actually. They're about the total corruption of youth. They went all the way they got an album called Highway to Hell. What do you think that means? That means, put that album on every day and listen to it, you're on the highway to hell. That's correct. That's exactly, it's even telling you. It's not making it abstract. I'm on a highway to hell. What more do you need to understand what's going on there? I think the problem is people don't believe hell's real. Well, I'm here to tell you it is. The devil is completely real. And I'm sure you've heard, the devil's best trick is convincing everybody he doesn't exist. That's why everybody's putting on the album Highway to Hell. I used to have the poster right in my studio. I was giving guitar lessons. Children were coming in. What did they see? Picture of Bon Scott with devil horns on him. Was that good? No. If the parents would have known what was good for their children, they wouldn't even have brought them to that studio until I took that poster down off the wall. I didn't teach anything demonic or anything, but some of the decor of my studio, yeah, I've had pictures of Iron Maiden up there, and I regret it all. I regret all of that. Like I said, I gave my son the middle name Adrian. after Adrian Smith, I regret that terribly. I, I, I wonder sometimes some of the troubles my son has had. Is that because of the middle name I gave him? I gave him the middle name of someone who sold their soul to the devil. It concerns me a lot. So, in my opinion, if you're truly going to walk with Christ, you got to put that stuff away. If you're still engaged in that, you're not walking with Christ. He's not going to walk with you with your Iron Maiden t-shirt on. Nope. It's got demons all over it. Why would he approve? It's literally, you're wearing an Iron Maiden t-shirt, you're wearing demons all over you. Do you know how spiritually dangerous that is? It's spiritual suicide, to be honest. You have to realize the power of this stuff. So, everybody can do what they want. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what I had to do because I was trying to establish a really solid relationship with Jesus Christ. And I could not do that listening to AC/DC, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath, and all the rest of them. There's just no way I could. Okay? There's Christian metal bands. Now, this is actually kind of a contradiction in terms too. Because actual distortion in a guitar is anti-God. Right off the bat, a distorted guitar is not something God enjoys. And they're using diminished fifths all over the place, okay? If I don't have my guitar in my hands, a diminished fifth, it's actually worth it. Give me a second to grab the guitar. Okay. A diminished fifth is this. Pure dissonance. There's talk of back in, the Dark Ages and the Middle Ages, whatever, way back in time, when composers were trying to sort out music and figure out, how a dominant 7 chord functioned and how to make the 5 chord. If you're using the modes, how do you make the 5 chord still function if it doesn't have the leading tone? I mean, that probably sounds a little confusing to you guys, but some of you out there might have some theory knowledge. The diminished fifth was literally outlawed by the church because it was thought, I can do it in here for a demonstration. The Lord knows what I'm doing here. That interval right there, a diminished fifth, summons demons. It literally does. It's not going to summon them here right now because the Lord is here protecting this house. But if the Lord wasn't here protecting this house, and I played diminished fifths, I'm going to summon demons with them. Demons and the devil like dissonance. The Lord likes harmony. Okay, the Lord likes pretty harmony. That's what the Lord likes. He does not like because it summons demons. These Christian rock bands, diminished fifths all over the place. I mean, what kind of Christian music is that? You're throwing your diminished fifths all over the place and calling it Christian rock music or Christian metal. It's a contradiction in terms. That's one of those, what do they call that, an oxymoron. It's just not so. Okay? There was this guy I knew. His name was Roderick Boutet. Very devout Christian. He was so devout. He was an ascetic. He was into asceticism. I forget, ascetic. He was an ascetic, which means he denied himself everything. He wouldn't even allow himself a little bit of sugar in his tea because that was pleasure that he shouldn't have. Like he was like a Puritan, okay? And he really enjoyed playing guitar. That's something he did, and he was pretty good at it. And he sang, too. And he was trying to learn more, so he met me on Facebook. And I gave him a lesson just for free one day. I gave him a guitar lesson and finger picking and different things, and he was really appreciative. And he said to me, I think I can teach you something about music, too. He said, that maybe you don't know? I said, sure. I said, I'm always looking to learn stuff. He said, there's always a way to tell if music is from the devil or if it's from God. I said, and what's that? I said, that'd be an interesting ability to have, to be able to do that. He said, the Lord only likes harmony, sweet harmony. He said, the devil hates harmony. The devil wants dissonance all the time. Dissonance and tension in the music. Hates the harmony. The Lord hates the dissonance and loves the harmony. So if it's harmonious, if it's sweet, right? Especially you get two guitar players playing together and they're playing sweet major thirds to each other. Oh, it's so hard. The harmony is just gorgeous. You feel it in your heart. You feel it all through your body. That's godly. If it's not that, if it's dissonant and it sounds like a diminished fifth, it's of the devil. Plain and simple. You can take that to the bank. And if you want to ignore me, that's, like I say, it's totally up to you. I'm not telling you what to do. But if you want to walk with the Lord, you can't walk with him with dissonance like that. He will not have it. He doesn't like it. And it's not from him. It's from the devil. So, I will leave it there. Thank you for watching, and may your walk with Christ be as wonderful as mine has been. It's been really amazing. That's why I made this video. I'm not trying to be judgmental at all. I'm just trying to let you in on something that, as a musician, I learned is very important. Music is the language of God. He takes it very seriously, I promise. And Jesus Christ is the King of Kings.